Hey everyone, this is a little bit of an impromptu live, but I just pulled today's card, upside down, of course it is Shona. I just pulled today's card, and it's a card I've never gotten out of this particular deck before. And it is the No card. The No card. I've never got the No card before, and for a minute I got super freaking defensive. I was like, I always get the yes card. It's about saying yes, not about saying no. But I got this card, had a momentary freak out, and then went, oh my God, I know what this card's trying to tell me. I know the message that I'm meant to share about this. And that is something that I've been wanting to share, is about why I say no to a lot of speaking gigs. So something you should know, before I ran Sexy Selfish, I was in a multi-level marketing company, and every single month we would have like 2 to 4 events that I would end up guest speaking at and being a trainer and being the MC, and I would show up early and I would leave late and I would be organizing everything and doing some of the behind the scenes tech and organizing slides and getting the run sheet together and putting in so many hours and so much time to train people for free. I did it for free for years and years and years and years. And it really ended up showing me that my presence was worth nothing. And I did it for the love of the company. And I did it because I wanted to help people. But at the end of the day, I ended up burnt out, resentful, and stressed and frustrated, and it was just not fun anymore. Like, I freaking hated doing it. So when I started Sexy Selfish, it was really easy for me to just keep going on that journey and just say yes to everything. Every time someone asked me to go and speak to their group or go to a coffee morning, give a talk, I said yes. And what happened was I started to sense that same level of frustration and resentment again. And so I had to learn how to say no. And learning how to say no took some practice, and learning how to set boundaries around my time and energy. Sorry, hand cramp in my phone. First world problems in my phone hand. I got a hand cramp. I had to learn how to say no and create my own boundaries and my own personal rules around events. So what I ended up doing was setting standards for myself. I will guest speak in someone's Facebook group, on their online webinar, on Instagram Live, on their podcast. I will do that for free, anytime, always a yes. If our values are aligned and I know I'm going to be able to add value to your audience, it is 100% yes. Because that shit, I don't have to leave my house for. That shit, I don't have to put pants on. And I'm pregnant as fuck. I don't want to wear pants. But if you are requiring me to drive, to get my hair and my makeup done, to leave my very comfortable house, if you are requiring me to put pants on and high heels and drive, potentially hours, I've been asked to drive for guest speaking gigs, unpaid guest speaking gigs, hours and hours of travel, the answer's gonna be no. I have worked so hard and for so many years perfecting my public speaking, perfecting what I talk about, my skills, my presentation, I guess. And I know that I am even a more powerful orator. I'm even more powerful orally in person when I speak than I am when I write. I know that. And I know that my work and my presence is of high service, of high value, of high quality, and it is worthy of compensation. Also know that if you want me for free, if you want some of my free shit, I give free content every single motherfucking day on my social media. I'm handing out free value, like Oprah, like, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. I'm like, you get some mindset work, you get an inspirational quote, you get some of my good shit. I'm giving it out every single day. My podcast is free, that gets updated every single week. My YouTube is free, that gets updated every single week. Every time I post on stories, every time I share an Instagram TV episode, that shit is all free. So I really think so many women in business need to start standing up for themselves a little bit more in terms of their time, offering what their time is worth. And I also think that people who are running events and asking people to travel 4 to 6 hours to go and speak at some gig in the return of, but you'll get exposure. I think you guys need to be a little more realistic and don't get so offended when we say no. Anywho, that was today's rant. Charge your worth, understand your value. Your work is important. Your work is changing lives and it is worthy of compensation. Done, but I'm not done. I'm not done ranting on this. Because if doing these free gigs is something that feels nice to you, if taking on like pro bono clients or doing free events or something feels good to you and you actually really enjoy it, I still think there needs to be some boundaries about it. Otherwise, you could end up giving away 30-40% of your year and your profit away for nothing. So I think it's important to have personal rules about it. So I actually do offer to do 2 free guest speaking, or I guess pro bono gigs a year. But I have restrictions around that. I have boundaries. It needs to be within an hour's travel for me. And it needs to be over a certain amount of women and it needs to be completely value aligned. I make sure that they have a really substantial email list and social media so that my work and my worth is still compensated. I still feel I have a healthy boundary around it. I still feel like there has been an equal energetic exchange for my time and my influence. And so I guess I would say that as well. Like, if you still want to offer and do some free work, how can you set more boundaries around that so you don't end up burnt out, frustrated, and feeling like you've been used? Anyway, now I'm done. My rant is done. You'll either agree with me or you won't, but that's okay.